A lot of these teams have taken up that real estate here, and now with the circle closing in, you're forced to actually go out into the open here. It's going to be a bloodbath soon.
Want to know if Graceful is shooting as well as he did yesterday. That's going to be a key for them if they're able to do this. Speaking of shooting well, Bryn with the PK shots, excuse me. The phase breach is going to go over towards the window, but that's not going to be enough cover. Now IG is going to go out in 7th place. Everybody starting to take each other out in that kill feed on the right side, but Kick seems to have the positioning, they seem to have the communication, and they're A-OK up on top of the high ground.
This is beautiful for Kick. They are popping off. They are landing these shots. These big mod guns are coming in clutch. OJ Ryan, he's going to be able to move in. You can see the portal now being set up. They're going to try to see if they can even set up for a kidnap. They were trying to actually restabilize here. And now Kick, he manages to maybe bring somebody. No, he doesn't. So close. They were expecting the kidnap to come through. But Kick are going to be able to drop from the high ground. They have the dome, but they knew that there was a squad waiting for them on their 6.
103 and 36. The PK just doing serious damage right there. And again, Kick is starting to take down the lobby. However, you can see Hierarcha is going to go down. That means there's going to be no bubble here. So will they be able to recover this? You know the banner is not going to be able to get done. Garna now in a 2v2 over towards the side. The EVA 8's not connecting as much as the flat line. And now it is up to Waku with that PK. Can he rat this one out? Vicky, 2 teams fighting directly on top of him.
Ooh, you don't need a dome if you could just share another person's dome. Waku playing from the low ground, so is Rats though, a solo. He gets a shield swap. He knows there's a player right above him, but it's Ascend with the comeback. They held their ground and they take game number 1.
The doomsday clock begins. That circle is about to close, and this cover, these rocks are no longer going to be friendly to Ascend. They're going to have to press forward. But can they find the superior timing? Trying to get their shields up at present. We can see Wraiths slipping around as well as T-Rex wonder which way to bite. 7 kills for Kangana now, and they're looking for more as they try to get into the top 3. Finding some angles, not exposing themselves for too long. Again, trying to survive, trying to keep your shields up, trying to have position for as long as you can. It will be fantastic for them. GMT holding for position, but down goes Max Strafe. Nasky and Dell have to put in work now.
He's got to do it with the Peacekeeper. It's 90 essentially, but he splits the difference between the Shield and the Gibraltar. God, that character is so good, and Nasky left with nothing in the tank. It's T-Rex chomping on the competition. Absolutely Jurassic plays. Kungarna as well falling down. The missile swarm hits one too many for anyone in the lobby. JMW right back to the top of Everest. Is Ascend still alive? They are. Kungarna though with Graceful hitting the shield bat as well as K1CK JMW. 2 squads left. It is T-Rex and Kungarna, James, fighting for supremacy here. Kungarna up on top, T-Rex holding the bottom.
I don't know if T-Rex can make it to the top with those tiny arms. Kangana shooting down on them, trying to do what they can, but Dolly's been eliminated. That means no zone for them. They could drop into the other one though. JMW has no shields. He's got to do it all alone now. This is going to be so awkward for him, and it will be T-Rex the champion.
Wow, what a play. What a performance.
The zone is starting to close. That respawn, that mobile respawn beacon is just looking so tempting.
It's almost like it was put there on purpose. The baits just res them right in front of us on a silver platter here. The EMP, the break though, on top of it all. Sen still playing up this low ground. Kashira having to play up a little corner. 69 IQ though, with Slayers being on this constant. Look at all the space that they're able to make for themselves. Even inside a dome that's not even theirs, it doesn't even matter. Slayers now, they help clean up everything. That's Gang getting taken out of the lobby.
It's kind of interesting strategy there to sit in the corner with the PK, trying to stay alive. Now Ascend off of the respawn. Kashira coming through with that turbocharged Devo. Unfortunately does lose out on some health with this defensive environment, doing whatever possible to stay alive. I love the EMP into the res at the same time. It wasn't a bait, Vicky, they're back.
They're back, they're alive, they are lost 1 in the process, and now Navi maybe distracting the team inside as Kashir's trying to heal up on the first floor of this broken building. So scary, 6 squads alive. Navi are still cleaning up some of these teams though. Currently T-Rex, they get taken out of the lobby, and now Navi are trying to take a high ground approach onto that team.
Methodical approach coming in from Navi, but you love what you see from Kashira and this Ascend team on the opposite side. Sitting in first place currently, you can see at the top with 45 points. Kick is the only team within striking distance, but Navi is having themselves one heck of a game on the outside of this broken building, which has been locked down by a handful of different squads. Just look at everybody running around.
69 IQ, Ascend, Navi, Cake making their appearance even as a duo here. Losing OJ Ryan, they get the knock, they take post kill out again. I don't even know how Ascend can still be in this here, but so is Cake, and they go for a shield swap, but it's only a white Evo.
That's not going to cut it. Had to be from one of the respawned players that got out from the Ascend squad. Is 69 IQ with the big brain play up over towards the high ground. Now all of a sudden they fall. Not what you were looking for. Potential heal-off situation here, Vicky, but they're going to send over towards the bottom, understanding, hey, we got the K1CK, we got the gas. Maybe we could win this one.
Hey, Nox is gonna do it. Nox is gonna absolutely do it here, and he still comes out on top. 69 IQ here. Na'Vi couldn't clutch it, but 69 IQ definitely can. 69 now. Game number 3. They're your winners.
Of course, I mean, you want to get that timing just right, and you've got to do it when they need to leave and they can't stay and are forced to engage with half shields. But when is that timing, and how do you avoid you taking damage yourself, especially if a team decides to push you? That's why in a lobby like this, you often knowing if there's a crypto, like on Kungarna, you want to be the one to make the move onto the crypto, not a Sincere. Probably going to be the last team involved in this if things go their way, because Sanya is the lone solo next to, of course, T-Rex and K1CK. And it is not looking great, I think, from the bottom ground. Kungarna haven't had a lot of kills in this game, but they've played the best positional game so far. It's really going to be a matter of can they execute here with the crypto ult in hand. That could be the game changer, James.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the only ult that's going to be used, as we can see that O'Rain is sitting on a Bangalore ult. And we might have some Dones as well. Out goes Sanya, and that's Na'Vi eliminated, and we move to 3. A very small ring we have, and T-Rex are waiting. They've got a Jibby in the hole, so there's going to be all kinds of bombardments on the way eventually. O'Rain's going to create some space, and here comes the Bangalore ult now. Here comes the Crypto ult on the other side as well. Everybody's going to be forced forward. Now we can see the Gibraltar Dome in the background, and that might be a push from one of these teams. K1CK trying to heal up, trying to hide behind us as best they can. Quietly sneaking into the dome. They find a little angle for some cheap cover, and maybe some cheap KP as well.
3 squads left. K1CK is trying to survive. OJ Rain, he's the one we've been watching. He's got the red shield up to 75, but that's not going to be enough against 3 members of Kungarna, who I talked about have played this slow. They played it steady, but they have played it to win. Graceful with the crypto EMP. It has worked to put the resources of the enemies down to about nil. And Badoli and Kearney on T-Rex here, looking to go head-to-head, toe-to-toe. K1CK still alive and kicking, but it seems like Kungarna certainly have the upper hand here. Can they jump down and do something with these Mastiffs, James? Because it's looking like it's now a 2-man show. It is just Kungarna. It is T-Rex who have probably fallen here as well. So Kungarna and K1CK fight for the win. K1CK already in the leaderboards. It's Kungarna looking to switch things up and take the top of the table. What a full game from KNG.
K1CK versus GMT for the final fight here in match number 5.
Shiv was moving, and the phase breach to get back onto the high ground. GMT have everything available to them. Not only do they have the shield swaps, they got the emergency respawn beacons to play around for extra cover. This is where they predicted the circle was going to pull, and this was such a good move from GMT to hold this final circle. They have the natural cover of the rocks. K1CK is just forced to play off of this open ground unless they have a way to close in this gap. They have the phase breach, but they don't have a Gibby bubble to actually secure that space. GMT get the first crack here, and they got the Spitfire in their hands.
Nasky sees the damage, he sees the opening, he's pushing now, and the shots are landing onto K1CK. It's a 2 versus 1. Max Strafey and Nasky looking extremely healthy throughout all this, and that's all she wrote. Our winners from yesterday now taking match number 5 and getting back on the top of that leaderboard. Nicely done from the GMT squad.
Ascend showing some of the most consistent play we've seen. Kungarna showing some of the most exciting play we've seen in the last 2 days specifically, and a lot behind this man, Graceful. He hasn't had a Kraber in his hand, but he has had a car, and the car has been hitting high miles per hour, but not enough. Oh, he goes down as well, but JMW, can he clean it up? He's got an R99 as well. It feels like a relic of the past. It's just JMW. What can he get done? It certainly seems like Kungarna will fall, and they will in 5th, James, seeking our final moment of the game now.
Instant response from Ascend as soon as that push to the middle came in, but they will ruin each other's day now and finish in 5th and 4th place respectively. Ascend in 4th place, and Horizon now will try to hold position around these pillars under the bridge. Going to be so important. They still have their players up 0-0, able to pop a bat. Got to be real careful, those health is low. A huge crack from Mimu. Woo! Still up for the time being. Can they capitalize on those cracks though, as we still have 3 squads remaining? But we're seeing players from multiple teams get down. Ruab trying to do what he can. Horizon in 2nd though, 3rd, sorry.
You do not want to hit 11s with that Mastiff because you see what happens. The 22 afterwards just wasn't enough. Underrated takes the win in game 6.
Now IG is going to be getting eliminated. A lot of squads. You can see the kill feed really starting to light up. Team Empire looking pretty solid over towards this high ground too. And all of a sudden, Mad Maggie is going to be in the meta after this game.
I told you we had to keep our eyes on what they were going to do with Maggie. And, you know, Bardolph is excited right now. The Empire is doing so well for themselves. Underrated in a bit of a pickle, and they do go down. Top 2 squads are left. It's Empire with the Maggie. Tom, what do you have to say about the Maggie now?
All right, listen. I thought he just got locked in because he was playing pubs. It was a strategic pick, okay? You can see that Cleve is not messing around. Empire now looking to end this one. It's going to be a straight-up 3-on-3 around the corner. This is big. Will the value of Maggie come in clutch here, or is it going to be Maliwan and Ranches to go and clutch this one up for the Empire squad? It looks like they have them all trapped into the corner. No battery being popped. That's an interesting strat from Maliwan. I thought for sure he was going to go for it, but they have the damage, they have the advantage, and now it's a 3-on-1 Glitter.
Oh, Empire looking like they're actually just being so methodical here, closing out the game. The final kill was so easy.
Apex champions.
Heading into this final circle, no chance against the team with 3 red Evo shields like Hardeki and players. 4 squads left remaining though. It's 7-8-9. Wow, what a moment for them. They are playing so well in this lobby. Reply Totem as well. They've been involved in the final esport circle here for EMEA. Can we continue to see great play from teams who desperately need it? 69 IQ looks to be going down. It's going to be a top 3 filled with Reply, 7-8-9, and players. Players, can they hold on? A big shot there from Amaz on Reply Totem. He's going to go down, but Jay Savage, he can clutch up. That could be players down. Does someone have a gold shield? It is. It is players going down to Reply Totem. A shield swap, possibly for Sharp, and it's 7-8-9 who swing, and they hit the ball outside of the fences. Home run for 7-8-9, desperately in need of these points.
We have our Apex champions.
So this means a lot to these players trying to close this one out strong as Vex Gaming on the slow ground. Nice shots there from Bambino with the 30-30. The 2-4, such a good scope on this gun.
Nice little peeks there, still landing those shots. And this is actually going to be a solid rotation here for Vex. They've got some sky vision going on so they can know if the rotation is going to be safe, and then Wraith's going to be able to pop up, do some damage, and then back off, but at least keep Reply Totem on their toes because now they know that they've got at least one player on Vex they have to worry about, but wait, did they space breach onto him?
They did. Unfortunately, it's Sharp that goes down. That's the Gibby bubble. They won't be able to get this res anytime soon. Somehow he tosses the bubble out as he's getting knocked, which is pretty impressive, but they could be tossing nades underneath to bounce it off of the roof of the bubble. Doesn't seem to be the case right now as the high ground has been taken. So that's a very nice phase breach. Very well played. Very Pathfinder-esque, right? That reminds me of some Season 1 type of plays, but he just goes and takes the high ground away from the rest of the teams, which means they have to fight it out, and they can just third party this when it's all said and done.
Right? It's giving me like those Overlook Silo vibes right now, as Reply Totem is just going to be able to watch while the squads below continue to battle it out. But I've got to say, 69 IQ continuing to do a good job finding themselves these little cubbies to hide in and keep themselves decently safe while dealing some damage and allowing the other squads to battle it out. Once again, I don't know how they have evaded this much damage.
If I'm 69 and Vex, I'm like, all chat, can we focus the team on the high ground? Get them out of here, please. They have us cornered, and now they're taking us out one by one. Unfortunately, K1CK now the last one alive for 69 IQ. There goes the Bambino ultimate, I believe, coming in from his side. Now Reply Totem, they go through and drop down as well. It is getting crazy out here, but Bambino and the Vex Gaming squad with the EMP perfectly timed to take the dub. It doesn't get more hectic than that, Glitter.
Reply Totem in the building. SCARZ above them. IG below. Empire in the middle. It's a face breach coming, and they're going to go ahead and contest the low ground below Empire. Now SCARZ, what are you going to do? It's time to make a play.
ANC had themselves locked up, made
Base
their way
breach.
through the window, and here's the push from SCARZ now as they will contest for this high ground and try to lord over everybody else below them. Hardeki still putting in work though, and ANC are going to have some trouble after making their way out of that building. Players creeping around the corner together, moving into somebody else's dome now. They fancy this dome for themselves, and they will have containment to get some very nice kills there. Great decisions. The Mastiff continuing to put in work, blocking the door now as they can reset and fall back somewhat.
Hardeki on a full red, not the player you want to see. SCARZ taking their former spot and now trying to take the former out. It's Mandy, though, throwing on the right-hand side. These are the teams that are in the prime position here. What has happened to Reply Totem? Oh, it looks like they're going out. They've had to fight against IG, but it's actually Sharp's defensive bombardment who takes down Noises. Mandy will end up taking down Bren. That is a couple of teams falling down here who have taken the east side of this map, but what can SCARZ do? It's certainly looking like them against players, possibly an Empire for this game. But Mandy, he does not find himself satisfied with just a third place or a fifth place. He wants first place, but a phase breach from Hardeki could put a halt to their plans.
Full send from Hardeki, but they've gone straight into the fire, and now it's only Hardeki. Everybody else is on the floor. What else is he able to do now? 4 squads remaining, but not for long. SCARZ are in a very strong position now. Players gone, Morningstar's gone. SCARZ, surely this is their time now. Indeed it is. They take the game. Absolute war of attrition in the middle, but SCARZ, right place, right time.
A lot of squads, a lot of players left in this final zone. It's going to create a lot of action. Typically for this type of part, this is where the Gibby's going to play huge and pay huge dividends, but also the Bangalore smoke. So this is that conversation of, do you need a Gibby? Do you not really need a Gibby? All coming down to this final circle. Nice little missile barrage right there from Leogri is going to do damage. Also give armor checks and locate where those players are going to be. It's tough to say who has the biggest advantage right now. Everybody is going to have to just buy as much time, just like 69 IQ was on that wall, so everyone starts fighting each other and gets distracted, and the last team to show up is most likely going to win.
I feel like Vex is in a little bit of trouble. Players has been keeping them in their sights this entire time, been dealing a lot of damage. However, Vex has been able to recover, but they're out in the open, right? And with players on high trying to deal a lot of damage onto them, it will make their peak ability very, very limited, especially with the potential damage coming through the windows from Kicked. I mean, I'm sure IG has an angle on at least one of them, trying to keep their eyes on Vex as they are holding out with this rock for some cover right now. But eventually people have to leave the building. It's almost time for these final Gibby bubble moments.
It almost feels like Vex versus the world right here. There's 4 different squads on the opposite side of this building. There goes the possible phase breach. They're trying to get on over towards the wall. This is where Gibby is huge again. The bubbles come down. Not having it is not good for these defensive environments. Hardeki doing whatever he can to stay alive on over towards the rock, but he slides down and is taking zone damage. The zone may take him down along the way. Kick is in the air. Look at OJ Rain. He somehow was able to live, but now he gets taken apart by the zone, and it's up to Brim from IG to try to clutch this one against 2 members of T-Rex. I don't think it's going to happen. The massive shots from Oxbow are looking too strong. However, a quick little armor swap coming through. He hasn't taken damage quite yet, but the dance has continued between the knockdown shields, between the smoke, in between the zone. Oxbow is going to take this one for T-Rex.
It is going to be a skyward dive as it continues to move and get tighter and tighter for 69 IQ Esports. Let's see where they go.
Splitting up to try and avoid the fire. It is going to be a skyward dive rather than a skyward fall. At least they will choose when they do drop. Going to drop into the dome as well. But where do they go next? Because once that dome goes, they are very out in the open. They found a rock, but as we can see, there are some angles on the right-hand side, and they'll need some cover from. They've got grenades coming their way as well. And that wall might give them cover, the zone coming in. But first, they've got to find some kills. SCARZ with 6 kills at the moment, looking for more. They've made it to 7, looking for 9. The 69 IQ now will be eliminated. And SCARZ will try to harvest as much as they can. They've got some boxes to help them, but that zone has closed some more. They've got fire coming from their left and their right as well. And 20 seconds until their next game. They've got to fight fire with fire.
Oh my god, underrated. We're actually pushing Totem Amaz. It is Totem eliminated, but did they get eliminated at the perfect time? I'm not sure if they went before Underrated was taken out by SCARZ. That could be the difference. Underrated now having 48 points, I believe, to their name, and they are looking to put an emphatic exclamation point on this final game leading into the last chance tomorrow to qualify for Sweden. Could it even be possible? It's Rats versus SCARZ. What will they do? SCARZ having one heck of a game 6. They already won 1. Can they do it again? It's the Rats trying to stop it. A quick shield swap as well. Mandy and the Mastiff, we talked about it. Can he continue to show up, James, and clutch this one up for SCARZ?
Both teams need this really badly for extremely different reasons, but SCARZ will take first place in the last game of the day, and what a run they had. 10 plus kills for the team. They took out some big names as well. Shut down Reply Totem and others. SCARZ go from strength to strength and finish the game and finish the day well.
Look at this, T-Rex blasts, former member of IG still alive. Yuki last alive to rat it out for his team. Hakis is knocked on the ground and will likely get eliminated soon, so it's all up to Yuki. But a top 3 finish is big.
It is, and he's taking over towards this high ground, but you know that T-Rex is looking on top of him from this area. Woo! Double 86 headshot. Are you kidding me? This high ground is so valuable. That's where Alliance was, but when you saw Yuki toss the barrels out from behind, they were really hoping to focus these guys. They weren't able to do that. Now Yuki's doing whatever he can on the ground, trying to survive as the lone rat.
This is the best thing possible if you're an Alliance fan. Yuki's able to rat his way to a second place finish. That shot from Querney was disgusting with the wingman, and that gets Alliance a top 2 finish. Now Yuki left in a 1v3.
The 1v3 is going to be tough. I mean, he's taking over towards the high ground. He's trying as much as possible, but at least getting to this point is huge for Alliance, just like you were talking about. They got some kill points on the way. Spitfire, PK, I don't think T-Rex is interested in losing to one player. That's why they're going to collapse at one time. T-Rex takes game number 1.
Give Yuki the opportunity to poke and hit that shot. Yuki, you can see at the moment, is just doing what he can to find an angle to hit the shot, but Bryn is there. Bryn's been spotted now by Alliance.
Bryn's been spotted, but he could be a thorn in the side if he does damage, which he does. He hits Hackers hard, and now Kick may use this as the opportunity to push. They hear the gunshots going down. They're going to think about getting involved soon, but Bryn is just being such a nuisance to both teams.
He certainly is. He's got inside of the zone as well. There's K1CK barrels everywhere, but he's just trying to buy time as Yuki does hit the shot onto Zako, so that's going to be Alliance with the numbers advantage, and here now comes the push. Hackis, the IGL, the leader, the heart and the soul of Alliance is pushing forward. The car in his hands as he now drops down from the heavens. Alliance is set up for a big victory here. Hackis will fall though.
Hackers falls, but no worries because the rest of the squad is still there.
69 IQ playing so well. 3 squads remain. Zeta is alive. No, a few of them get taken out. Taskmaster gets knocked. I think a few of them are still alive. So the Bangalore and Bloodhound duo still in it for now. They're going to find Kick. They win a 2v1 on one member of Kick, but they're getting sandwiched. They need to do something miraculous.
Once the fighting started in this circle, it is not going to stop. Typically, you would see teams wait until zone starts to collapse over here. 69 IQ playing this methodical. They have Kick on the ropes over towards the side. They have Zeta on the ropes directly in front of them. Slayers is making sure no one flanks over towards the right-hand side, and they're poised to win this game.
That's right. Now 69 IQ will come in 3v2. Some very already previously damaged team members, so that's going to be it. 69 IQ in moment should be able to clean this up, and 69 IQ will be your champions of game number 3.
4 squads remaining. Circle's about to close. We just saw Rebel get taken down. 69 IQ got wiped a little bit earlier as well. So Alliance in an amazing position inside the building. Invictus just outside of it, also in a really good spot to win this game. But remember, the only K1CK on the map is on the side of Alliance. Odin Gamers also involved in this one, but they're on the very edge of the circle and they're getting involved in a scrap.
They're trying to focus on Bryn as well, and it's such a smart decision. If you can get Bryn off that high ground, then now you have the power position, but Alliance still have a climb up, and they still have the opportunity to strike. In the feed though, Urban, he's there. Noises, he's there. Invictus starting to pick up kills as the players fall as the zone starts to close.
Alliance have played this one perfectly, but they've not picked up much KP just yet. They need to pick up some of these kills from other teams to try and secure themselves at the #1 spot. They're getting focused now, though. A lot of teams are looking at this doorway. You see the amount of grenades, it's going to be difficult to get out. But Odin, they've just been wiped.
Yuki has managed to pick up one somehow, and now Hackis and the rest of Alliance just waiting, biding their time. Noises is going to be last player alive here for Invictus. He takes that high ground, and High Society, they're going to be involved in this final 3 as well. Invictus lose Bryn, and it's all up to Urban. Alliance looking strong here.
Of course, it's going to be very important with the ultimate in this final circle as well, and I love how Alliance are zoning with those barrels, as High Society, though, may come in to try and swoop through and do all the damage at the end of the game.
Alliance involved in a bubble fight. A massive moment for them. If they secure the win here, they surely will be in a position to call themselves a team that is going to Stockholm towards that LAN event. But no, the black hole is going to come in, and the black hole might have just made the black hearts of Alliance feel like they might have to do some more today. High Society still alive. Denze, hip fire from him, but it's IG as a duo who managed to hold on the longest. They will take home the win.
Guild Esports alive, and this is big for them. They're in 13th place right now with 17. Here comes the push from Horizon. The controller player from the UK connects for a brick with the Peacekeeper. Can he get a second? No, doesn't have to. His teammate gets the knock instead, and Guild takes out Nemesis.
And now all of a sudden the team that should have been dead a year ago comes back, and they're taking down Guild 69 IQ with the huge plays towards the tail end of this game. It doesn't get any better for that if you're a 69 IQ fan. Now the Horizon Black Hole over towards the side, Fallout, and they have an opportunity to win this game.
A Phoenix rising from the ashes, alive and well, is 69 IQ. High Society and Rascals on high ground. Alliance still alive below them. It's Rascals and G Dolphin with ultimate high that should put them in a good position to win this game potentially, but it's warfare right now on screen. Rascals, Alliance, 69 IQ, and Rebel still alive.
This isn't going to end inside the building. It's going to end directly outside, so eventually everybody's going to have to leave. Typically, the team on the very low ground is going to have the advantage, but now they're all coexisting. Alliance has to make their way out of that bottom floor. 69 IQ on the outside, just waiting for these teams to drop down, and this is what it comes down to. 3 versus 3 versus 3 for all the points.
For the bread. I love how Nags is watching his exit here. And here comes Yuki. He's going to drop an ultimate. The Caustic ult's going to hit for damage. Hockey's last alive. No, it's Yuki. Vipes needs to some way, somehow survive. Rascals drops from high ground and connects. G Dolphin is alive. Rascals will win it as your champion. A team that was on the brink of potentially getting relegated showing up today.
He'll now make their move, and it's going to be onto Zeta Division. They're trying to force the fight here.
They've got a bubble to work with if they want to use it, but at the moment with the high ground, the damage the Vault is outputting, it's so difficult for these teams to get close. Sunset's just gone down from Zeta, 3 squads remaining, and Rascals are going to join the fight. And actually, they're going to get so much advantage here by taking the high ground. This is going to be very difficult for the other teams because they're going to be bombarded by grenades.
They certainly are. The grenades, the ALGS, anything you got in your pockets, boys, throw! Because that's what can happen. Huge numbers as Rascals surely now in prime position to win our final game of the day. G Dolphin moves up to that high ground, overwatches all of the bubble fighting going down. Players already down from Guild, already down for Zeta Division, and the only thing to go down right now is the championship banner. That's going to be popping up on your screens with the name Rascals at the top. They will win our final game.